A group calling itself the Monster with 21 Faces once struck terror across all of Japan through a series of chilling blackmail letters. They poisoned food. They kidnapped corporate presidents. But they were never caught. And in the end, they vanished as if they had never existed. Glico Morinaga case. Night of the 18th of March, 1984, Osaka, Japan. Katsuhisa Ezaki, president of Japan's largest candy company, Glico, was relaxing in his home bathtub. Suddenly, 3 masked men burst into the bathroom armed with guns and knives. They tied him up, dragged him out of the house in front of his horrified wife and daughter, the entire scene taking less than 2 minutes. No gunshots, no shouting, just a single letter left behind. "We have taken him. If you want him alive, obey." Ezaki was held in an abandoned room for 3 days. During that time, Glico executives received a series of letters demanding price cuts, threatening to poison all Glico candy. Warning: if you don't comply, we will make Mr. Ezaki disappear like a piece of candy. But on the 3rd day, Ezaki managed to free himself, broke down the door, and escaped. He returned home exhausted and shaken. But this was only the beginning. Days later, police and the media began receiving a wave of strange letters written in childish Japanese, full of slang, deliberate spelling errors, and always signed the Monster with 21 Faces. Kaijin Nijuichi Menso. This group didn't just target Glico. They also sent letters to major media outlets, government agencies, even the police. The messages mixed threats, mockery, and bizarre demands. One letter read, "Stupid police, have you caught anyone yet? Or are you still just sitting there, eating sweets and yawning?" Then came the 10th of April, 1984. The true nightmare began. The Monster announced, "We have started lacing your candy with cyanide. Go ahead, try one." All of Japan was thrown into panic. The 10th of April, 1984. A letter signed "The Monster with 21 Faces" was sent to Japan's national media. "We have laced some Glico products with cyanide. Kids who love sweets, go ahead. Keep eating. We'll pick the next one." The threat was broadcast nationwide, and within 24 hours, all of Japan was in panic. Supermarkets pulled every Glico product off their shelves. Parents banned their children from eating candy. Schools stopped selling packaged snacks. Long lines formed at stores, people returning boxes of candy, ice cream, drinks, anything with the Glico brand. In just 2 weeks, Glico lost more than $21 million, equivalent to over $50 million today. The company shut down all 28 factories across Japan. 40% of workers were furloughed. Suppliers went bankrupt in a chain reaction. From a single unproven threat, the Monster had brought an entire industry to its knees. One police found nothing. Despite deploying over 30,000 officers nationwide, there were no leads, no surveillance footage, no fingerprints on the letters, no witness reports. The letters were mailed from small post offices scattered across multiple prefectures. Over 250 letters were sent within 12 months, each mocking the police, taunting them as if the writer were enjoying some twisted game. One letter read, "I'm eating Glico snacks right now, and not dead yet. Maybe I'm lucky. Or maybe the police are dumb. May 11. A store in Ibaraki Prefecture found a tampered box of Glico cookies. Inside, a small vial labeled sodium cyanide, with a note, "A gift from the monster. Bon appetit." Lab tests confirmed the poison was real, enough to kill 20 people. Glico officially halted all production. And now public trust in the entire food industry began to collapse. In Japan, people now believed any product could kill them. No need for knives. No need for guns. Just a single bite of candy. Glico was just the beginning. The monster doesn't need to kill. They know how to spread fear deeper than any bullet. As Glico teetered on the brink of collapse, Japan thought the nightmare was over. But it wasn't. June 1984, another letter arrived, this time sent directly to Osaka police. Glico isn't fun anymore. Now it's Glico, Morinaga, and their little friends. If you think you can catch us, look again. We are everywhere. The giants pulled into the game. In just 2 months, 3 more food giants were targeted. Maridai Ham received a ransom demand for 50 million yen. Morinaga Milk warned their products would soon be poisoned. House Foods and Fujiya received anonymous threats and psychological attacks. Parents stopped buying chocolate, sausages, yogurt, anything processed. Supermarkets posted signs. Any product without tamper-proof packaging, do not buy. October 1984. Police discovered 21 boxes of Morinaga candy, laced with cyanide, placed randomly in stores across Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto. Inside each package, a tiny note. Warning: this may be a killer product. Luckily, no one died. The tampered seals raised suspicion, and store clerks issued quick warnings. But the psychological damage was done. Companies lost tens of millions of dollars. Thousands of employees were laid off. Japan's food industry was now in deep trust crisis. The 12th of June, 1984. During a stakeout at a ransom drop site, police caught a glimpse of a man near an ATM, wearing a white baseball cap, sunglasses, staring straight at the camera and smiling before vanishing. The photo was broadcast nationwide. The public gave him a nickname, the Fox-Eyed Man. Police launched a massive manhunt over 1,000 officers. But no one knew who he was. Just as the hunt seemed to heat up, the monster sent yet another letter taunting the police. You think he's one of us? How cute. Maybe he's just a fan. We're eating ramen, reading about the police in the papers. Delicious. Even with 30,000 officers, state-of-the-art technology at the time, hundreds of hours of wiretaps, post office surveillance, stakeouts at ransom drops, Japanese police caught no one. The media called it a hunt without a shadow, a psychological war between demons and men. Leading the investigation, Superintendent Yamamoto of the Shiga Prefectural Police, a seasoned officer who had cracked dozens of major cases. He was the top man on this case. But after more than a year with no results, Yamamoto himself became a target of public ridicule and the monster's mockery. One letter read, "Mr. Yamamoto is such a fool. We left traces everywhere, but he sees nothing. Maybe he should switch jobs, try farming instead." The 7th of August, 1985. Just a few weeks after this letter, Superintendent Yamamoto set himself on fire inside his car, in the parking lot of police headquarters. He left no suicide note, but everyone understood. He chose death as a modern-day samurai to take responsibility. Yamamoto's death shocked the nation. The media called it the collapse of Japan's police honor. 1 week later, a final letter arrived sent to the media. The police have failed. A good man is dead. We do not wish to play anymore. Goodbye. The monster with 21 faces. After that, no more letters. No more threats. No one claimed responsibility. No one was arrested. The case ended like a play with no Act 3. The villain took the curtain call after turning an entire nation into helpless spectators. They didn't come to kill. They came to kill trust, to shatter honor, pride, and faith in the law. It wasn't that the culprits escaped. It was that Japan never found the stage to call them out for a final bow. To this day, the true identity of the monster with 21 faces remains unknown. Countless theories have emerged, each one making the case even more terrifying. Theory 1. The lone genius criminal. Some investigators believe this was the work of a single mastermind, someone with deep knowledge of media, chemistry, logistics, and especially mass psychology. They didn't need to kill anyone because they knew how to use fear to control an entire population. This person may have been a former food industry employee or even an ex-cop, someone who knew the exact vulnerabilities in Japan's supply chains, product packaging, and investigative systems. A brilliant mind who chose to destroy honor and seek revenge or ego instead of fame. Theory 2. An organized crime group. Another view suggests the monster wasn't one person, but an underground organization with clearly defined roles: letter writer, courier, surveillance expert, toxin handler, media manipulator, creating a terrifying media persona. With a chilling name, strange writing style, and taunting tone, was a deliberate tactic to confuse investigators and challenge the system. A new generation Yakuza? Or perhaps an analog-era Anonymous? Home Theory 3. International intelligence plot. The boldest theory, yet not entirely dismissed, links the events to economic espionage. At the time, Glico and Morinaga were expanding aggressively into Western markets. Some believe a foreign agency orchestrated this food terror campaign to discredit Japan's food industry and slow their rise in the global race. There is no hard evidence, but the sophistication, the clean exit, the perfect timing looks suspiciously like a professional covert operation. How many faces? Really? We may never know. Was there truly a team of 21? Or just one person writing with 21 different voices? Or was an entire nation being toyed with by a group whose only goal was to prove fear alone can cripple an entire civilization without shedding a single drop of blood?